In this video, I'm going to show you how I would work out the original amount. Now, these percentage questions are the ones that are most frequently misanswered, so it's well worth practicing this skill. So this is when you are given an amount that has had a percentage taken off or had a percentage added to it, and you're looking to find what the original amount was. So the key thing to remember here is the original amount is always equal to 100%. So if we look at question 27 here, we're told that a dining table is discounted by 20% and it is now costs £720. What was the original price of the table? So for this one, we know the original price is always going to be equal to 100%, and that is what we're trying to find. It's been discounted by 20%, so if it's been discounted, it has 20% taken off. So 100% minus 20% means that we have 80% of the original amount left, and that we know from the question is equal to £720. So we're trying to get from 80% back up to 100%, but that obviously doesn't go in. So if we look at the highest number that will go into both, so the highest common factor of both 80 and 100 would be 20%. So we put that there. And on this side, to go from 80% to 20%, we have divided by 4. And to go from 20% to 100%, we have times by 5. So we're going to do the same on this side. We're going to divide by 4, which will give me £180. And then we're going to times by 5. And 180 times 5 would be £900. Okay, so the original price of the table was £900. And we can double check that we're right because it's been discounted by 20%. 10% of 900 would equal 90. So 20%, to go from 10% to 20%, we times by 2 would be 180. And £900 take away 180 would equal 720, which agrees with what we had in our question to start with. We're going to go and have a look at another question now. So let me just go in here. And this time we're told that a monthly electricity bill is £294. Okay, so this is our 294, inclusive of 5% VAT. How much was the electricity bill before VAT was added? So this is another way of finding the original amount, except the wording is slightly different. Now, VAT stands for value added tax, and that is a tax that gets added onto goods in the UK and is payable to the government. But you don't need to worry too much about what VAT is. It's just something that's added on top of the original cost. So the original cost, again, the original amount, remember, is always 100%. And that is what we're trying to find. Now, 5% VAT has been added to that 100%. So we've added 5% to 100%. So we have 105% of the original amount, which we know equals £294. So the highest common factor of 105 and 100 is 5. So we're going to put 5% in the middle. Now, to go from 105 to 5%, we are dividing by 21. And to go from 5% to 20%, we are timesing by 20. So we're going to do exactly the same over here. We're going to divide 294 by 21. So with this one, it's probably easier to do it in a bus stop. Now, if you find dividing by numbers outside of your times tables knowledge tricky, you can divide by factors. So 21 is the same as 7 times 3. So you could divide by 3. So 3 goes into 29 9 times, carry 2, and 3 goes into 24 8 times. And now we've divided by 3, we can now divide by 7. So 7 goes into 9 once, carry 2, and 7 goes into 28 14 times. So altogether, we know that 5% is equal to 14. And we now need to times that by 20 because we times by 20 on this side. And so times by 2 would be 28, times by 10 would be 280. Okay, so that would be our original amount would be 280. So before the VAT was added, the bill would have been £280. Again, we can perform a check. So 10% of £280 would be £28. 5%, to go from 10% to 5%, we have divided by 2. And we're going to divide, therefore, 28 by 2, and that will equal £14. And 14 plus 280 will give you the 294 that you had there. Now, if you don't like dividing by factors, you can, of course, divide 294 directly by 21. So 21 will go into 29 once with a remainder of 8, and 21 goes into 84 4 times. So you can do it that way as well. And obviously you can use the long division method if you prefer.